Hi everyone, and after a pretty deep chapel yesterday, if I had 3 more minutes for you to reflect on, I'd probably raise three things. The first thing is, what is forgiveness? And the word forgiveness in Greek, it means to send away. And you think, well, what are you sending away? And when you say, I forgive you, you're sending away someone's guilt. So, for example, if I say, I've done something wrong, I feel so bad about that, I feel guilty, this is my guilt hat. When somebody says, I forgive you, Damo, I forgive you, Mr. Whitington, they send my guilt away and it's no more. And then we can start to begin to reconcile. Now, here's the problem with forgiveness. If I'm asking someone, they've done something wrong and they go, I'm not sorry, then they don't actually have any guilt. So if somebody doesn't say sorry, then there is no guilt to send away and the transaction of forgiveness doesn't happen. So that's my second point, is in order for forgiveness to happen, someone needs to feel guilt to say sorry. And this is the tricky part, even with God and human beings, is that God doesn't just forgive everybody. He doesn't just wipe away guilt, because you have to have guilt in the first place. So God doesn't just forgive everybody. Now, he's willing to forgive. He wants to. He's ready to wipe away. But God forgives those who say, I'm sorry. I feel guilty. And when that happens, the transaction of forgiveness occurs. And without that, the transaction can't happen. So that's the second thing. We need to pursue someone, confront them, and this is really scary, but give them the opportunity to say, I'm sorry, so that forgiveness can happen. And the third thing is, just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you trust them straight away, or you forgive someone doesn't mean that you're okay. And truthfully, that's probably not the case. There's a famous story of a woman I'm sure you've heard of called Hillary Clinton. And in 1998, it came out that her husband, Bill Clinton, who was the president of the United States back then, he cheated on her. He had an affair. In fact, he had several affairs. And so the world watched to see, what would Hillary do? Would she forgive? Now, it appeared that Bill felt guilty. It appeared that way. He was asking for forgiveness, and Hillary had the choice to send away the guilt. Now, here's the thing. She could have said, you know what, Bill, I forgive you. But they could have got divorced. And so forgiveness is the base of what can happen with reconciliation. But you can't have reconciliation if you've had no true forgiveness. It's really, really tough. Otherwise, you get this false reconciliation over here. But Hillary, she forgave Bill. And she decided to stay with him. Now, did she trust him straight away? No. It said it took her a long time, if you read anything that she wrote, but trust was built over time. So just because you forgive someone doesn't mean it means equal trust. Forgiveness just means it's the bedrock so that reconciliation can occur. So there are three pretty deep, pretty complex things. What do you think? I'm just putting things out there for you. Have a talk with your mentor group. And if you ever want to have a chat, then there's plenty of people around to help you out.